28mm RPG, Rick here. And we are back with Shadow in the Stars. And with us, once again, we have Spencer. Spencer, who are you playing?
I am playing Rai, the captain of the ship.
And we have Josh. Josh, who are you playing?
I'm playing Cobb. I'm the gunner / I guess security. Head of security.
All right. And then below me here is Gordo. Gordo, who are you playing?
Hey, everybody. I am playing Adamus, who is the sort of alternate ship's engineer, and he's sort of the face of the ship, the diplomat and negotiator.
And then last but not least, we have Shadow from Shadow and Sun. Who are you playing?
I will be playing Koz, the pilot of the Nebuchadnezzar.
Right. And as we go along here, everybody, this is once again Traveler, 2nd edition rules. We're playing through the Fari.app. You'll see it pop up every once in a while. Fari.app is a really basic kind of interface, and we're currently getting along with it fabulously. We don't need very much bells and whistles for how we play, so let us go ahead and proceed. We were last on the planet of 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙍. Let me get that up here. There we go. Everybody can see the Fari.app on screen. And currently our crew has, we'll do a little bit of rehatch, has crashed on this planet. Some kind of nefarious thing is going on in the outer atmosphere, out in orbit. Some sort of thing is causing fusion reactors not to function, fusion batteries to no longer function. And thus, the crew has, kind of crash landed their ship into a crater and has explored a little bit of their area. They have encountered 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙍. 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀, the operator of the ship, of the little kind of the lunar kind of vehicle here. I'll just pop it up there. And 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀 had through a little bit of maneuvering with the players, invited them over to his home and explained to them the situation going on currently on the planet. They've been basically in this kind of situation for the last 20 years. And if you can recall from our little short one shot, you got to see the beginning of what happened. And we will continue on with our group as 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀 is taking them to Junction 9, which is basically his drop-off point for minerals. Because his equipment here basically runs on diesel, powered with accelerant, and he's able to maneuver his vehicle around. It's a giant thing. It's pretty massive. It's kind of like it kind of puts a Euclid to shame, if you know what a Euclid is. Big mining machine. And 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀 is driving along, trying to get you to point A to point B. Rest of you guys are in his little, kind of a little living space inside of his vehicle, and he's just maneuvering around, trying to navigate through all the kind of like a moon crater-esque, it's almost like a moonscape kind of landscape here. A rather flat, lots of dunes. Every once in a while there'll be like, cliffs and stuff, kind of the edge of the craters that have, formed here over the eons. And what is everybody doing here? Starting Adamus, where are you?
I think I'm probably hanging out in the cockpit of the vehicle, trying to get a better sense for how it operates, and maybe if there's ways to improve the efficiency and speed of the vehicle.
Okay.
We're looking at any defensive enhancements it might have, just in case.
It looks like absolutely nothing for defenses. Cobb, what are you doing?
I'll be just hanging out just outside on top of the vehicle. Just kind of,
Okay, you're outside.
yeah, just scouting around, just kind of looking.
Okay, Coz.
Playing some cards with Frank.
Okay. And that would be obviously in the living quarters. Rye.
I'm also in the living quarters.
Okay. And that is basically everybody. I even had RPG Grandma already set here with her character, but unfortunately, she is not feeling so well. So everybody wish her well on her channel. She'll be back with us, I'm sure. And yeah, you are observing Adamus, seeing how he drives. You know, he's basically got some kind of levers and stuff like that. A lot of this equipment looks kind of really kind of patched together, you know, with binding twine and you know, the duct tape, basically. There's like little switches and everything. There's control panels hooked up to other control panels, and he's got switches deactivated on some others. After a while, you're kind of looking and seeing how he's you know, maneuvering stuff. You're kind of getting the gist of how this vehicle operates, basically.
I'll say you must have quite a good deal of engineering knowledge and a lot of ingenuity to build such an impressive machine out of what appears to be scrap. How long have you been working on it?
Yeah, it's been a while, you know. He's like, you know, I am not originally from this planet. I kind of fell from the sky here a while back, and he's driving along. Yeah, I guess you guys fell basically out of the sky too. So, yeah, but back then, yeah, it was pretty crazy. There was like a massive bombardment that happened here. Me and a bunch of others were on. Over here. He kind of points out to the side of his window. He says, "Look out there. You see that great big kind of hulking carcass of a ship out there?" And he kind of points out, and you can kind of see what looks to be kind of the skeletal remains of what looked like to be like a huge, massive battle cruiser. Just basically laying into the you know, debris and sedimentation of the planet. And he goes, "That was the Star Fury." He goes, "I was on that. I was with the group of guys trying to escape it through the you know, there's like the tram system tunnel. I ended up losing my footing and I lost touch with them going down the tunnels, but eventually I made it to the escape pods and managed to get myself one. There was only like 3 left. It was crazy. There was people fighting over that, you know, to get off the ship and everything. Oh, it was madness. And then yeah.
So there must be other survivors then. Do you encounter
Yeah.
them very often?
Oh yeah, there's plenty. Yeah, there's been many from the ship that survived, came down, eked out a living basically out of what we had here. But yeah, if it wasn't for the scientists ended up like, you know, trying to patch things up. Use basically the communication system that they have intact. It's ran by a pretty sophisticated AI system.
Yeah, it's still functional.
Oh yeah. I think they got a, you know, deep down in the ground. I've heard that they have like a fusion reactor that actually works.
Interesting. How does one get down? Have you seen it yourself? Is it something? you
No,
get easily?
no. This is just word of mouth, all that kind of stuff. It's probably, wives' tales, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And how? What you have this large vehicle? What is it that you do? You drive back and forth. Are you carrying freight? Or are you?
Oh, this thing. No, I check out little patches, debris that falls from the stars, comes down onto the planet. I kind of have my wife checking out around the area. She's got a little bit of a radar system going on there back at home, and whatever falls down, I go ahead and check it out. And whatever minerals we can garnish from whatever asteroids, stuff like that. That's what I do. And this thing gnaws away at them and chips up the rock, and I just go ahead and haul it into Junction 9 up ahead here, and they haul it off and they go ahead and process it deep way down under someplace, and they pay me for it. They give me fuel, give me some food, that sort of thing.
Who's in charge here?
Like I say, it's a scientist. Everybody kind of works for their own. Everybody kind of signs up to the AI, and signs themselves jobs and stuff like that. If you do
So
work,
is the AI in charge then? Is it running things?
I guess so, in a way. I don't know. I have it hooked up on in the back there. You can go check it out yourself.
Okay, I'll head that way when it comes back around. I'll be looking at the AI link.
And Cobb, you are outside, taking a look around. You notice that as you're out here, you are consuming power from your battery backup, and you kind of notice that your battery life is starting to dwindle off a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I won't head in quite yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you kind of watch it. You kind of feel the thing undulate and move around on the terrain. It's a fairly light gravitational pull on here. You can pretty much bound around if you wanted to, fairly high up in the air, possibly about 6 feet if you really wanted to push it. That's how lightweight you feel. But yeah, you do notice that your power is kind of diminishing as things are going on out here.
Okay.
And Coz and Frank playing cards. Frank goes ahead and on rolling here. Go ahead and give yourself a roll to see how well you're doing. You don't have any gambling, so 2d8, 2d6, sorry.
Just gonna do this.
Awesome.
11.
And yeah, you're kicking his ass basically, and he's losing toothpicks to you. He's like Warren, I'm not seeing the practicality of this game anymore.
Well, you see, I need enough toothpicks to build a bridge, and I'm about halfway there.
I see. You have decided to initiate bridge building for bracelet making. I see. Very interesting.
Keeps the mind active.
He goes.
I'm just chuckling while everything is being said between these two.
You realize the intricacies of the human mind kind of boggle me at times.
It's a gift.
Yes, I see. over the years, we have been put together for a reason. Me trying to understand human anatomy and the mind, and you trying to understand the psychology behind alien minds.
You'll never figure out the human mind, Frank.
I can vouch probably the possibilities of me ever figuring out the human mind is probably negative 10% right now.
Yeah. And just like we
Considering-
won't be able to figure out the alien mind that's running in your head.
Oh, yes, I think in a little strange abstracts compared to you folks.
Right, we can't even figure out our own minds.
I know.
Millennia after millennia,
Yeah.
we're still picking away. And what do we got to show for it?
Nothing.
Take a look around you.
Yep.
Adamus comes down, and Adamus, you see the computer console there. There it is, Ashtar AI Systems. It's kind of like has its own logo on the computer console, and it basically has a login screen.
Adamus, any good news so far with our little trip?
If I can hear you, I will respond. Possible leads, stand by. I'm going to look at the login screen and see if it is strictly like keyboard based or if it's voice activated, and I will try to communicate with it.
Oh yeah, it's got both, and it has a user login kind of thing on it. It's also got a little feature that says, "Are you a new user?"
I will select that and say, yes, I am a new user.
Please give us your name and occupation.
Adamus Ilor, rodeo clown.
You suddenly get this like a flash on the page, and you hear a woman's voice. Adamus? Adamus, is that you? And it's Tara.
I say, Tara, that's very interesting to hear your voice. I thought I was speaking to an AI. Are you working with it, or are you it?
I'm currently working with it, she says. If you guys get yourself to Junction 9, is Rye there?
I say he's in the other another room right now, but yes, he's with me.
Okay. You guys got to come get me. I'm trapped. I'm basically trapped here until I can get myself out. I don't see there's scientists around here, and I'm really confused. I don't know what's going on here. I've been here for such a long time. I've been it's just hold on. I can only talk for so long before things start fading out. So, try to get yourself to Junction 9. Take the subway all the way to Site 71.
Okay. Let me ask you, Tara, are you yourself? Are you? Is your body okay? Are you is something weird happened to you?
I think so. Get Rye to hook up into the system as well. Get him. Hold on. There's people coming. I gotta go. Talk to you later. And then you hear it disconnect. It goes back to the AI screen once again, and you have your login credentials as Adamus Ilor, and it's asking, what would you like to choose as your occupation on SAW?
What are my choices?
There's like, it's giving you like a drop down of all kinds of different things that you could possibly be: negotiator, broker, mining, minerals, logistics, that sort of stuff. You're given big fast list.
I will either select broker or administrator if there is such a thing.
Yeah, it brings up like different paths to different jobs and stuff. It says currently there is no availability right now for any of the ones that you're choosing, but it will go ahead and it will notify you on the next opening.
Okay, I will search for additional information about the purpose of this whole world and who is really in charge. If it's the AI that's in charge.
So you're getting kind of a vague description of what's going on. It pops up a little video showing you the scientist, and a gentleman called Dr. Val is the head scientist, working diligently on creating new technologies in order to compensate for the inabilities of certain techs that have been disabled at this current time. Currently, the scientists are working on ways to circumvent these possible using of fusion technologies. Once again, they're getting kind of like this info dump basically on you.
Schedule request inquiry. Schedule appointment with Dr. Val immediately.
Okay. You go ahead and do so, and you will be notified on your next appointment. Thank you.
Okay. Query scientific. Nature of fusion reaction dampening on this world.
It gives you a kind of like a roundabout, kind of like a visualization of the globe of Sa, showing you the different points of interest around it, and then it pulls out, and you can see an array of satellites that are positioned around the around Sa itself. It describes these as being of a adversarial nature. These are possibly from the technology from FAL system.
Inquiry, historical, history of conflict between FAL and Sa.
It gives you like a quick intro. 20 years ago, we were attacked. Right, you see like explosions and everything else. You see ships falling from the sky and all kinds of horrific looking stuff. But we endeavored, and it goes on and on, kind of like a little bit of a propaganda kind of a film. And it continues on, showing that Dr. Val has brought us under the oppression of these foul empire, blah, blah, blah. And it keeps on going, roughly giving you a kind of a interesting kind of perspective from planet side.
Okay. I'm going to go find Rye and see if I can pull him away somewhere private where no one's going to overhear us.
Yeah, you enter the area where you can see basically everybody else. There is Rye, Coz, Frank, all kind of chilling out.
Okay. I say, Captain, do you have just a minute?
For
I'd like
sure,
to talk to you
Adamus.
over there.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I pull him aside and say, okay, lots of information. Okay. Fusion reaction is still possible on this planet. There is a fusion reactor deep underground that's apparently still operative, and there are scientists maintaining it. We've got a Thalian satellite constellation that is causing fusion reaction to not work up here. There's an AI system that is assigning tasks to various people. I have tried to schedule an appointment with the lead scientist, Dr. Val, and I made contact with Tara. She is being held prisoner. She said to go to Junction 9 and then take the subway to Area 71 and try to make contact with her there.
That's a lot of information to take in.
So
What do you think we should do, Adamus? I think we should keep heading towards on our course to Site 71 and try and arm up and get her out of there and figure out there any way that we can charge our weaponry or suits or anything that could help us get off this rock
I agree.
with her.
I think this Dr. Val sounds like they're going to be. They know what's going on. They're trying to get fusion reaction working again. I think we need to free Terra and get our hands on that guy and see what he can help us do. Maybe him and our mad scientist together can find a way off of this rock.
For sure. Should we tell the rest of the crew, or should we wait until we get there?
So we tell the rest of the crew, let's not do it in the earshot of the pilot here. Let's make sure that that we keep this amongst ourselves.
All right. Well, get everyone together, and we'll pass on the information to them as well.
Outside,
Yeah.
you feel suddenly your suit starts blaring off, like it's indicating penetration.
I'll
And suddenly your suit starts losing oxygen. It's blaring out, letting you know that there is a patch being induced currently. The damage has not compromised the suit, as in causing you any harm, but you do feel the impact.
Okay, I'm going to take cover and radio Ryan Adamus. I think I've just been shot at. Not sure where it came from. Could have potential hostiles.
Copy that. Well, we need you inside here. We have information to exchange with you as well. We need you here.
I will take a look, see if I can see any. Just take a quick look. See if I can see anyone.
You poke your head around. You're kind of like scanning around, trying to see where it's coming. All you see is gray and rocks and cliffs and all kinds of weird stuff everywhere. You just can't see where exactly it's coming off of. Another one comes. You suddenly get impacted back again. And once again, your suit alerts you, telling you that you've taken another hit in the shoulder area. You didn't feel anything, but you did feel the impact kind of collide with your arm. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to head inside as quickly as possible.
And you go through kind of like the airlock and get yourself down and under. The airlock closes behind you, and you come out into the living quarters, basically, of the machine.
Okay, I don't know
And
what's
the rest
going-
of you guys see Cobb kind of come through. You notice that he's got like little looks like there's been some damage on his suit, on his combat armor.
What happened to you?
Someone's out there. They shot me twice. Don't know who or why. I couldn't see them. But we should definitely prepare for trouble.
We're already making contingencies with the rest of the crew. I wanted to inform you in person that we're going to make a run for Junction 19 or Junction 9.
Yeah.
You feel the machine kind of bump, and it's feeling kind of out of control.
All right, I'm gonna head up to the cockpit.
Okay, Cobb, you as soon as you open up the door to the cockpit, you hear a kind of like a air being released.
All right, I'm going to grab our friend and if I can and drag him in.
The pilot, you see the pilot. He's slumped over on the side. There's a hole in the cockpit, which is losing air fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab him and
you pull him out. And you pull him back into the living room area.
right.
And
take a look at him, please.
bullet right through the head.
Oh, he's dead. this thing's currently. Adamus, did you see any way to control this thing? Because we're kind of just. This thing's moving, and there's a hole in the cockpit, so.
I will see if there's any access panels I can tear off and maybe get a hold of the actual control cables, or if it's a computer interface, whatever it is, and try to jury rig something to be able to slow us down.
Okay, and I will.
Cobb, are we close to any like stations nearby from what you can see in the cockpit?
Couldn't see anything, but I'll.
What about on radar?
I'll go back up to the computer and access it and see what
You
info it has on.
you access the computer. It's basically an AI interface that you have. It's asking for a basically a username.
Okay. Pink Pony.
Big Pony.
Just some random.
Okay, you do. Pink Pony. Thank you, Pink Pony. Welcome to Eshtar Systems, and it goes on and on. It gives you basically a spiel, and like you don't need to hear it. In the meantime, Adamus, roll a drive, please. I know it's very, very. You have a 0. Just roll 2d8. I mean 2d6.
Okay. Let's see. They came up a 5, I guess.
A 5, Kit. And yeah, suddenly you've noticed that the this thing is like you're trying to steer it and get it to come back on course. It is very sluggish, and you start coming across the side of a cliff, and you can feel the wheels kind of twist down, and you start descending down basically a very steep incline.
Everybody hang on. I'm losing control. Keep fighting it.
Yep, you're trying to keep it going, and suddenly the thing starts going down, but you end up stopping the machine, and it's basically kind of stuck, kind of on an angle, so it's basically
Teetering.
teetering, and it's caught underneath. You hear everything kind of scraping and everything underneath the machine itself.
So what I want to try to do now that I've got it stopped is try to rig up like some makeshift controls so we can get the actual pilot driving the thing. So I've got it stopped. I've got the access panels off. Now I'm trying to rig up some makeshift controls that he can use.
No.
Okay.
I'm getting into my armor. You guys might want to do likewise.
Oh, I'm already in my armor.
I'm already in
Yeah,
it.
get new armor. Get new
Never
armor.
took mine off.
Yeah.
But mine was charging this whole time.
Okay. In the meantime, you do have a hole that needs to be patched in the cockpit here.
Frank Coast, either of you able to do a little bit of patchwork?
I can give it a shot.
You approach the cockpit. You have basically the a hole basically in the glass of the piloting cockpit. There's like all kinds of stuff, right? There's like access hatches all over the place on this thing.
I'm looking for something to patch it quick. You know,
Sure.
hopefully, well, part of the seat, whatever.
Okay. You grab a patch off the seat. You're wearing combat armor, so you go rip and you pull off a piece of it, and yeah, you can basically plaster it up against the glass, and it basically sticks itself accordingly onto the it's basically glued itself to the with suction.
stay.
Mhm. Right. Right. Well,
It's
that'll hold for
making
little
a
while.
kind of sound that's just kind of irritating.
Mhm. That'll hold for a little while. Anybody got any slightest clue on how to, run this rig we got here?
That's what we're trying to figure out. What's going on? I'm going to query our location and the location of the nearest.
You want to hit the
Settlement.
parking brake or something?
Thank you, Pink Pony. It goes ahead and starts bringing up all kinds of, maps showing you your current location is here. Junction 9 is currently 3 kilometers away.
Well, good news is we can hoof it. Bad news, we might get shot while we do it. Not much
Yeah,
gravity,
hoof
so
it.
it won't take much to.
Let's
Go
try
on
this
foot.
thing until it drops. 3 km in these suits is just going to suck out so much energy. We won't have enough to do what we need to do when we get there.
Yeah. All right.
So now that the cockpit is fixed, or at least sealed for the moment, I'm going to
Yes.
move back up there. I watched the guy drive the thing, so I'm going to go to Cobb and go, look, pull that lever. This thing controls direction. Use those foot pedals. Try to go, make the change velocity. I point out all the stuff and see if I can help him figure out how to drive it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
no,
at
I'm
least,
sorry. No,
at
I'm
least
sorry.
there's
Not,
no trees. It's
not
gonna
Cobb.
have to be Coes, because
Sorry. I meant
Well,
Coast, not
hi.
Cobb. I meant Coast.
Yeah, not a problem. Just you see any flashes off in the distance, let me know so I can duck.
you'll be fine. That suit's pretty strong. I took him two
So like to
already.
him.
All right.
You don't learn anything.
Who's all in the cockpit?
I'm in the cockpit as well. I'm behind these two.
Yeah, if there's
Yeah,
enough room,
give
all
those
of us
snipers
will go up
more
there.
targets. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Might as well.
So we have Rye, Cobb, and Coes in the cockpit. That's basically all that it can basically fit, especially with you guys with combat armor.
So this is so.
I missed the
Listen,
field
listen.
there, so in that case, I'll stay at the.
Yeah. So listen, fellas. I'm talking to Coes and to Rye. We see where the hole is in the glass. We know what side the sniper was on. We're already partway down this incline. Let's try to use this to block the line of sight to the sniper and work our way around to get to Junction 9.
Yeah.
Good call.
In
Let's
the
see what we can
meantime,
do.
Cobb, plug in, get some more juice in that suit.
Okay. I will. I'll do that, and then I'll just keep looking and getting what info I can off the computer of who might be
Alrighty.
after us.
Well, everybody is trying to figure out how the controls. Cobb, what are you looking for in specific?
Trying to see if he's got any enemies or if there's any chatter on our ship crashing. Like, who shot it? Is it? Were they after specifically him, or was it?
It's you're bringing up stuff about recent attacks and stuff like that. It is listing that there are these strange lizard creatures that speak their own language. They have some anatomy shots. You're basically looking at Borga warriors that you've encountered before. And it's indicating that it's possible that these sentient beings have crashed on the planet. Possible locations of some of their craft indicate points here, A, B, C kind of idea, and fairly sparse on the information. Other than they use heavy weapons, that sort of stuff.
Okay, we've encountered them before. We know what these guys are like. So I come over the radio. Oh, I think I know who might have shot us. And after several expletives later, including Lizard, they're probably after us. So
Freaking
possibly
sleep
us.
stat.
Yeah, we've encountered them before. They're pains in the asses.
Okay. Gord, you end up going over the controls with Kos. Kos, you have a driving skill, I believe. Actually, you do
No.
not. This
Still
ought
got
to
a
be
9.
interesting.
Still got a 9.
A 9, and that was you're using pilot. You're going to be at a minus
3 took 6
on that.
plus any dex.
Let's see, you have a 5 and a 4. And yeah, okay. You end up trying to, you've got the handle on how this is going, but unfortunately, you are basically, on kind of like a teetering on an edge, and your wheels can't grip. But you do know, how it's going to work. You're going to need some sort of leverage or something underneath the wheels in order to give yourself a little bit of a boost to get yourself over this high end peak that you're caught up on.
All right, who wants to go out and push? I'll go out and see if we can find to help move this damn thing.
After nobody says anything.
I'll follow you, Cobb. We'll try and get this thing moving.
I mean, with little gravity, it won't weigh as much as we think it would otherwise, so we have a small chance. Let's see what this armor can do.
Cobb and and Rye, you guys end up going out the side of the vehicle, start looking at the damage on the vehicle itself. Nothing really. It's just kind of high centered on one side. The wheels aren't gripping. Looks like you're going to have to put some, by looking at it, some sort of like rocks underneath the tires and such in order to get yourself kind of going again.
And is it taking a look? Is it high centered just like one more rock, or is it like how? Well, I'll
It's
look at the rock and see how big it is. Like how that.
You're on the edge of basically a crater on a cliff, and kind of going on the downside. Yeah, and it's high. It's got one of your drive wheels, kind of tilted up, and it's not catching on to anything by the looks of it.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just collect some rocks and that to try to give it more traction.
Okay.
Hey, Cobb, we used to have this trick back home. We'd strap something to the wheel like a 2x4 to extend the tread grip. You got anything like that you can?
What's a 2x4? Don't think we have any of those anymore. Something
Like an extra plate or something off the, an extra plate off the external part of the hull, maybe not a trash can, an empty fuel can or a shovel, and just tie it so that it makes the wheel wider for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
We'll go and rip some metal off the thing.
You're trying to pull stuff apart. Rye, you get twisted around. You feel a force hit you and swing you around.
Oh,
you get a little bit of an alert going on your suit. It kind of flashes, showing that there's a hit on your on the back shoulder.
we need to move fast. I'm losing air and oxygen into my suit here.
No, you'll be fine.
We need to hurry.
It auto patches. It starts suturing your suit on the inside.
We need to hurry. There's people out there that are shooting at us.
We got enemies inbound.
Yeah, there's lots of rocks and debris, from the...
I just started throwing rocks underneath wherever I can.
Everything we can get a hold of as quickly as possible.
Start shoveling
Pilot
it
underneath the wheel.
Yeah.
You end up getting enough that you think that it could possibly get you mobile again.
All right, get back in the ship, Cobb. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Grab a hold of the side of it and punch her, Adibus. Punch her.
Kos has to go ahead and do another roll for me, please. Drive. All righty.
Not so good.
No, it starts tilting. You ended up grabbing, but then suddenly it lunges forwards and it starts doing this, and suddenly the whole thing starts going kind of tumbling down. You guys on the inside start feeling everything kind of jostle around, and almost a slow motion kind of thing. Toothpicks everywhere, cards everywhere, and all of us, everything else. And Frank is going, oh, and everybody is like, tossed over, but it does land on its footing again once you hit the bottom. You did not do a horrible fail.
Thank God for minimal gravity. It's gonna
Any
be a lot
crash
worse.
you can walk away from.
There is
Got it.
mineral deposits all over the place that spewed out of the back end of this thing, losing a good portion of the load.
Well,
We have no time to pick it up. We're on a
Nice thing is you do have an indication on your display there, Coase, saying that you are now 2 tons lighter.
Gun it. Let's go.
Let's do
Get
it.
in here. Buckle up.
Yeah.
And you start heading back. Are you going to head back up towards the up the cliff, or are you just going to kind of traverse down amongst this crater?
Stay down. Stay low for now.
Yeah. Stay level, and get as much, distance toward our target. Then I'll worry about it when we get to the edge.
I get you. So yeah, eventually, it keeps on going, and you end up finally making it about half a kilometer to the entryway to Junction 9, according to the map navigation system. You're basically kind of stuck unless you want to go ahead and try and gun it and hit the edge of that crater. And
we're lighter. Let's see if we can fly.
Alrighty,
Let's do
roll
it.
the drive for me, please. Roll good.
The general lead maneuver, I think, is what we're doing right now.
Woohoo. Oh yeah.
And this time, you end up doing the general lee basically up into the sky.
Yeehaw.
And, off the side of the cliff. And it lands. You guys feel everything go bump, and everything goes spewing around again. And you see the basically what looks to be like a couple of towers. There's like hangar doors, kind of very reminiscent of Jugger's home that you came from. And it's a very large kind of facility. You see that there's a couple of gun turrets maneuvering around, kind of looking around, and they kind of point down, but go across, kind of just checking you out as you are coming closer to it.
Guess they recognize the vehicle. Keep going.
And you keep on going towards the hangar, starting to open up for you as you start approaching. And you hear on the radio, "Hey, Jugger, good to see you again. Yeah, get back into your bay number 5." And then over and out.
Cut the radio, guys.
No one say anything.
And you pull in behind you. You can see that there's other machines, kind of like you see they're kind of similar to what Jugger's machine looks like, but in different kinds of like they've been put together in different ways. And you do also see some other vehicles zooming around. There's people kind of going to and fro. You see about at least a good dozen or so people around in this vicinity, and working on different things, preparing vehicles, other carrying fuel canisters to go ahead and refuel their vehicles. Also oxidizers, bottles of oxidizers that they use out there. And you guys end up parking at the bay that that you've been designated at.
Does anybody look outside, see if anybody's approaching?
You don't see anybody approaching. You just basically, yeah, look out, portal, and yeah, everybody's going on in their business as usual.
What are we gonna do about this guy?
Yes, this definitely looks bad.
I
That's
get on
great.
the AI console and go query mortuary procedures for crime victim.
As you are doing that, you have a little notification notice on the corner there, Adamus.
Check it. I check it.
Yeah, you have an appointment to see Dr. Val. And it is scheduled in 36 hours.
Okay. I will check and see, though, query the AI for to report a crime that
Okay.
our vehicle was attacked and the pilot was killed.
Yeah, it gives you a form A, double C, quadruple R-7. And you end up it's a long ass form. You're like looking at it, it's like 17 pages of different things that could possibly happen, and you start checking off things. Yes, no, maybe. Please describe the incident, blah blah blah. In which way you were driving when this occurred. No, yeah.
Is there a place that you can just put big lizard with big gun alien shooting? That's all I need to know.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You start filling out a form, and then you give it's asking for a location for the for the authorities to arrive at.
Okay.
I'm putting it back in the seat.
You put it back in the seat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of stiffening up now, but yeah, you go ahead and you put him back in there.
Okay.
So
I will be ready to send the form, and before I send it, I'll make sure we're all ready to go so that we're not here after I push the button.
Yep, already gone.
Grab
Alrighty.
anything we can use on the way out.
Yeah.
Anything
I'm
and
gonna,
everything we can use.
grab some of the minerals as well. Maybe we could use them as some cash. Just fill my pockets up with
Alrighty. Rob has pockets
Some
full of
stuff.
minerals.
I mean, you never
First aid
know.
kit, fire extinguisher, I don't care.
Yep.
If
Yep,
anything
there's-
nails down, I'm taking it with me.
Yep.
Well,
Just leave them with
yeah,
the shorts.
yeah, you're kind of limited in what you can basically carry conveniently. So,
Mhm.
yeah, there is like a medical kit. There's he does have like a vacuum suit or two in here as well. That sort of thing. He's got a firearm.
Or
He's got a shotgun
sharp.
slug. What's that?
I try
Brian?
and make a makeshift like a dagger or anything out of sharp objects.
Oh,
Pieces of metal.
definitely. Yeah, he's got a few items here that you can crack away at and basically make some sort of a makeshift
Right.
weapon.
Take the shotgun.
Roger that.
See if there's any extra ammo.
Oh yeah, he's got a box of shells, solid slug kind of ammunition.
Anything that goes boom in here might come in handy.
Yeah, it does not look like he has anything like blasting caps or any kind of explosives in here.
Okay, just extra fuel.
I grab
some-
at least 3 or 4 knives or whatever so I can conceal them.
He does have oxidizer, which is actually oxygen itself. So
Yeah,
yeah,
So
I can
give it
carry that off.
Give it a spark.
Grab
Okay.
that. Yeah, it'll might come in handy. You never know. You need it for a barbecue.
Barbecue season.
And yeah, everybody gets everything ready, and you feel like you have everything intact to go ahead and start sending the form.
Hit transmit and say, let's get out of here. Head out the hatch. Look for a way to get to the subway.
And
Okay.
just for the record, I didn't do it. Not this time.
And yeah, you see that there's like a exit area, and there's a couple of ramps heading up into an administration kind of area where it's secluded. It continues going down. You know, it looks like more bays. It looks like there's like larger machinery down that way. You can see these trucks coming through that basically start filling up with the ore from all of these crazy looking machines, and they start filling. You know, getting a crew basically to take the ore out and fill up their truck, and then start heading out. That's kind of what you're seeing around here as the general gist of the workforce in here.
Yeah. Before we go too far, I'm going to look around and see if I can find any like oversized coveralls or something we can put over our armor. Might look a little suspicious. A bunch of us wandering around in high-tech armor. So if we got anything we can cover it with,
High-tech armor, yeah.
so that we look a little less like.
You're trying to, yeah. You don't see really anything like, you know. You do find like a hard hat and that sort of stuff, but that ain't gonna fly. You know, in this, you do see the occasional, a safety vest kind of thing.
I'll grab a hard hat and a vest and just stick it on over top of that. And just put it up.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, you are wearing a hard hat and vest. The rest of you guys.
Suited up, ready to go.
I don't think I can match up to that.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll head to the administration area and see if anybody challenges me.
Alrighty. Yeah, you go ahead and start heading up and walking along. Basically, yeah, it doesn't seem to be like anybody's paying any kind of mind or attention. They all seem to be working on, different things. They got their own computers or handhelds and stuff. They're like trying to figure out where loads are going and who needs what and that sort of thing. You can see that there's a shipment of different kinds of oxidizers coming in, some fuel source as well, probably diesel by the looks of it. Definitely, everybody seems to be just doing their own thing. They don't even kind of pay any mind to you guys in your armor.
I'll look for any signs that would indicate subway, what the subway is.
Yes, there you do see a sign saying, subway junction 9 to site 71 and beyond, Carter's Post, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's different designations. You can kind of see follow blue stripe to go here, follow yellow stripe to go there, and yeah, you're kind of just left to your own devices. Yeah, by the looks of it. Tell you, basically, you have one designation: subway.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking that way. I'm walking toward the subway.
Definitely, you start heading along. You do see other people. They're not wearing any. They're breathing the air in here and such. Doesn't appear to be affecting them in any kind of way. They appear to be, in an area where it is, you can breathe.
If I can save some power on the suit, I will power down and go ahead and breathe air.
Yeah, and
Likewise.
it's where you would kind of feel a little sluggish. You definitely don't in this gravity, and you just kind of walk along feeling like you're kind of on Earth. You've got that kind of weight still kind of feeling on you, kind of like that kind of a feel, 1G gravity. And you continue on, no problem. You do see that there, once you get to where it's the subway area, you see this long kind of platform It looks like a really, really run down kind of area in here. You see pillars everywhere, basically. Instead of stairs going down, it's more like they've placed ramps. Basically, they've kind of looks like they used to be stairs, and they've kind of like cemented over them in order to make them into just a kind of like a big kind of ramp kind of thing. Every once in a while, you'll see a vehicle come through, kind of like a little little quad kind of thing. You hear it kind of come down the stair, what used to be the stairs, the ramp, and go by kind of past you. And then they go ahead and start going on to the little off ramp, which leads into the subway. You can see that there is what looks to be used to be tracks filled in, obviously, by some form of a cement, and just kind of like they've ended up creating like a pathway so that anybody can basically drive through the subway now. It's like an underground kind of highway kind of thing. And you do see signs posted. It's showing you Carter's Post headed this way. And then off ramp C will take you to Site 71 kind of thing.
There's our gateway, boys.
And you guys are basically hoofing it right now. You do see occasionally there'll be like a vehicle that kind of goes by. Some of them even go beep, beep as they kind of head on past you.
Stick
Did we
with thumb
commandeer
out as
one?
I'm walking.
You're hitchhiking?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Damn Skippy.
show a little leg.
Oh. You get one larger cart that comes by, stops, pulls it aside. Hey, where are you going?
Site 71.
I can get you close
How close?
That'll do.
to the
Appreciate
off
it.
ramp.
enough.
Yeah, hop on. He says.
Every
Basically,
little bit of help, guys.
you guys get on
Thank you.
and yeah, hang on basically for dear life as you suddenly starts going down the subway and ends up traveling about 10 minutes, and you end up coming out into an area that kind of widens out. It looks like the subway has been extended out on one side. You can see that they have created pillars and structures, and you can basically see what looks to be almost like a miniature kind of underground city from the side as you're going through. And it calls this place Carter's Post. But he keeps on going past this and kind of like, going through some of the traffic in the area, maneuvering around. And he ends up getting past there and continues on through basically once again into a kind of, funneled into a smaller subway system and keeps on driving. Eventually, another 10 minutes later, comes to an off ramp that says Site 71. He stops. He's like, "There's your off ramp, boys."
Thanks.
Much obliged.
Give him a granola bar.
Thank you very
Give him
much.
one of my granola bars.
Okay, you hand him a granola bar. He's like, "Hey, thanks, man. I haven't seen
thanks.
one
Oh
of
my
these in
God, but-
ages."
Yeah, I'll take a handful of the mineral and just send it to him as well.
Thanks. He goes ahead and throws that into his pouch. See you guys. And
Before he leaves, how much farther to the actual?
I've never been down that way. Search me. I have no reason
Okay.
to go that way.
We still need to go. So let's
Yep.
do this.
All right.
Thank you
take
very
care.
much for your support and your ride.
And watch out for the lizard people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Throw it. She drives off, and off he goes. So you start going down the off ramp. The off ramp is going down basically. and it starts counting down kilometers along the way, giving you an indication of how far away it is. Basically, 4 kilometers is what you have to go ahead and maneuver yourself in. You guys are on like basically low power or no power. No problem. You guys are walking along in these suits quite well. Eventually, you see some lights up ahead, and a vehicle kind of approaches, and you hear it beep 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 as it's approaching. And these gentlemen are in kind of like a little quad vehicle, and one of them says, "Is any of you 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙍𝙍?"
Well, yes, that would be me.
He nods. He goes, "Yeah, we heard that you would be on your way. Is there also a Rye?"
That's me.
He goes, "Very well. Who are the rest of these people? Are they associates of yours?"
Companions
is-
of ours, yes.
Okay. He radios up. He gets another vehicle to go ahead and come up along. He says, "I can take 2 of you. The rest of you will have to wait for the second vehicle."
You two want to go ahead? They seem to be expecting you.
Oh, I think we would prefer not to be separated. Maybe we just wait here with you until the next vehicle comes, and we'll all go together.
He's like, "It's up to you. No problem." He says, "The system definitely wants you guys. I don't
We're
suppose
their bodyguard. We're their bodyguards. They don't go anywhere without us.
Any of you have piloting capabilities?"
Yeah, I do. Why?
Oh, okay, cool. And you are
Coes.
Okay. Thank you, Coes. I'm Gerald Hauser, chief scientist.
I was under the impression that Dr. Val was the chief scientist.
Oh, we are taking you to Dr. Val. Dr. Val is like the head scientist. I'm just around for administration purposes.
I do want to ask. I had put my information in the appointment request. I don't remember putting my associate's information. How did you happen to come by his name?
The AI went ahead and spat it out.
Interesting.
He's like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm not in control of that kind of aspect. I'm just, I'm basically overpaid,
Secretary?
Yeah, basically."
So you're chief scientist. You said. What is it you say you do here?
Oh, administration duties, basically. I have a little bit of knowledge in the jump and maneuver drives, that sort of thing. I'm working on a couple of specialty projects that we have up ahead, but my specialty is not in AI. That is for sure. That is Dr. Val. That's his specialty.
Did Dr. Val create the AI?
I suspect he did.
And what is the focus of your research? What are you trying to develop with all?
Me. Yes. Because you have a pilot with you, they're rather indispensable on this planet. I would highly recommend that he consider our possible offer. But of course, Dr. Val will fill you in on all that aspects, of course.
So how long did you say it would be until the other vehicle arrives?
Oh, they should be arriving soon. He's kind of looks at his wristwatch and chronometer, and
Oh.
soon enough, you start seeing lights coming up ahead, getting closer and closer, and then eventually, the second truck shows up. Once again, another kind of quad kind of unit. You notice that these are kind of like white vehicles instead, kind of a little bit more well kept and uniform compared to the rest of what you've seen back there at the city and as well as the Junction 9. And you basically, have access to get into the seats and head off with them now. Everybody.
I climb on board one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody gets on, and soon enough, the quads end up heading along and getting you guys down further. You can kind of feel that you start descending even more deeper into the planet. You can kind of feel the heat coming, from inside as you are getting lower and lower into the depths of the Earth. And eventually end up at a station where there's basically a platform and an elevator by the looks of it. And the scientist, gets off, Gerald himself, and he says, come on, man. Well, we'll go ahead and get you into our facility. And
Roger that.
he ends up going over to the elevator and kind of gives him an eye scan and checks him out, opens the elevator, and he walks in. It's a fairly big elevator. Looks like it could hold one of these carts very easily.
And there's no problem with us going attired as we are right now, I assume.
He's like, we have no reason to suspect that you would do anything malevolent.
I climb aboard the elevator.
He nods. You end up getting in to the elevator, and suddenly you're seeing basically the numbers start going down. Starts getting to unfathomable depths. Level 235 is where you stop.
Guys, Cobb, you stick with Adamus. Frank, you stick with Adamus. I'm going to stick with Rye. If anything happens, if we get split up, let's do that. Okay? You clear?
Yeah.
Frank?
Gerald and his assistant go ahead and say, gentlemen, welcome to Area 71. And it opens up. And you see basically a long kind of corridor lit up above, fairly high. You could probably guess that the corridor is about 30 meters high. Bright lights up above, kind of, keeping lights on. You're kind of like, the corridor goes and kind of widens out as you are continuing down this kind of hallway, and it opens up. Basically, you're looking around, and behind you can kind of see it kind of slopes back to where it goes back into the earth. But the whole thing around here is basically a big dugout kind of excavated area, 30 feet wide, meters, hundreds of meters across on either side that you can see. You can see all kinds of weird kind of, you can see kind of like these little separated levels where you can see glass, in some of the areas. You can see gentlemen working in all kinds of different kinds of looking like experimental kind of rooms with all kinds of different kinds of digital kind of, arrays and stuff like that. Kind of like the picture that I showed of our intro to the to our video here kind of idea. Just clusters of different screens and stuff like that, buttons and stuff people are working on. And as you are walking along, he's like, well, since Adamus has the basically the authority, and we've been given the discretion by the AI to allow Rye along with him. Do you mind if you guys either wait here while we dispense of formalities with Dr. Val with Rye and Adamus?
We're going with them. Non-negotiable.
He radios in, and the AI confirms, allows it. He nods, okay, we will bring you in. And you end up heading towards kind of like a little elevator kind of thing. It's just like an open kind of elevator that goes upwards. And they take you up to another floor inside this large facility, and continue down into a hallway. You kind of feel like you're in, almost like, feels like you're in a, how would I explain it? Feels like you're almost like in an apartment complex almost, as you're walking along, kind of like has that kind of, 3 meters wide kind of hallways, doors as you go along. Some of them have like glass openings where you can see a gentleman working on different things. And soon enough, you come into an area where you can see basically a large, what appears to be some sort of a, I don't know, kind of looks like almost like a big kind of a turbine kind of a thing. And you can see that it is lit up and with Gord and everybody that's kind of got the engineering kind of thing kind of realizes this is a big nuclear reactor in here. And you can see that they have, these rods going down in below in some sort of a containment area, fluid, a lot of glowing lights down there and such. And you're like, ooh, this is kind of interesting. Soon enough, you notice that one of the scientists look up and notice, and he's got these thick glasses on, and he kind of goes up this little spiral stairway up towards where you guys are. And he says, Atimus Ilor and Rye and company. I am Dr. Val.
I say, Doctor, it looks like you've solved the problem of fusion on this planet.
He's like, yes, but no. You see, at this depth, we are able to go ahead and actually create fission. However, anything further above, the machinations of Fal has kind of neutralized any way of utilizing any kind of fission or fusion power. So, unfortunately, that leaves us at kind of an impasse of bringing our power to the people above. We do have conduits going from each area, giving people access to some power, but our facilities are kind of focused on one thing. And Rye, I would like you to follow me, please. Come this way.
Do you mind if Shadow or if Kos comes with me?
If they wish to come, yes. I do not mind.
Okay, Kos, I need you with me.
Perhaps we can all come.
Sure.
I think we would like to stay together.
Is that okay with you, Doctor?
Very well, very well. In fact, Eshtar would probably want that with most of you. This way. he walks you down to this corridor, and you're hearing like kind of like weird kind of buzzings and stuff like that, and kind of like weird kind of noises going on in the background and stuff. And soon enough, you enter this one main chamber where you see this massive kind of glowing light in the center. And as you walk in, you see a set of what looks to be cameras kind of focus in on you guys as you kind of start walking in. And you start hearing, Rye? Rye? Is that you? Animus? Oh my God, I haven't seen you in such a long time. And you're hearing it through like the speaker systems in here.
Tara?
He's Dr. Val goes, gentlemen, this is Eshtar, formerly known as Tara Esh, our AI system. Long time ago, and I don't know how you are involved with Tara or Eshtar, but a long time ago, there was a lady by the name of Tara Esh, which came to our facility. We removed a part of her anatomy. It was some form of a strange kind of brain matter that was embedded into her skull. And removing it, Tara, the actual Tara, lived for a while, but unfortunately, she fell ill and sadly perished. This is what we have taken out of her head, and this is Eshtar. Basically, you see what looks to be, and you can kind of like
Classic
see,
brain in a jar.
you can see the technology of the 𝙏𝙍𝘼𝙑𝙀𝙀𝙍 definitely in this machination here. The brain itself has grown into a large extent over the time, creating a massive neural network which functions as our AI to date.
I basically drop on my knees. I'm like, what did they do to you?
Oh, what's going on? I've got a tight grip on my gun and blade.
What? Are you okay? You can see me, can't you?
I can.
I'm still here, she says. And that's where we will leave it for tonight.
Nice.
I so called the brain in a jar.
Dun, dun, dun.
I so called it, man. Oh, classic.
Oh my God.
You know what?
I do have to say that was a nice twist.
I thought you guys would have
Sorry,
caught
bro.
on to the Eshtar system.
I wasn't really paying attention
I know her
until.
name.
Yeah, it totally blew my mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I know you liked her.
Yes. I'm sorry, Rye.
Maybe, hey,
Well, you know what?
maybe they can make her a mechanical body, and
Oh yeah, we'll get groovy then.
hey, I've done strange things in my game.
Oh boy. Okay. Yep. Sorry, Rye. But yes, that's the hard line truth. 20 years in the future from now.
Yeah, exactly. 20 years in the future, anything could happen, right?
Hey, maybe we can get back home and prevent all this crap from happening. I'm pretty sure you're highly motivated now.
Oh yeah.
It is the deep, darkest future. You have been warned.
Well, we're all like ready for combat here, and then the big twist.
I still am just waiting to ventilate somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody's gonna die for this. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alrighty. So yeah, good little
game.
bit of
Good
a
game,
session.
guys.
Yeah. Always a pleasure, guys. Like this is great.
Alrighty, everybody on for next Sunday, or is are we
Hell
gonna have
Yeah, I am down.
all good? All good.
I'll be there.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. And if there is a case that when somebody can't make it, all that stuff, I'm certain I could go ahead and pop up another idea for a one-shot kind of thing if there is such complications up there.
Like I said, the weekend of the 22nd, I won't make it because I'll have company up here. So
Alrighty.
So for the 25th, we'll be
yeah,
able to.
yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. Thanks again for contributing to this wonderful twisted story.
It's the best story I've played ever. And you make it so much more interesting with the more twists that you do at the end. It's like, dude, I want to come back and play. Like,
I just want to keep going.
Let's not stop there. Let's go. Let's like.
I have
I'm gonna
more.
see
I
this.
have a lot more. Believe me.
Oh, I believe you, Rick. I know.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks again. Awesome game.
Well,
I
thank you.
really enjoyed having you guys play through this one. And we will continue next week.
You
So
bet.
once again, let's go ahead and roll the end credits here. Alrighty.
Woo!
Hey, since you've made it this far in the video at the end, you may as well hit that subscribe button. Because it's free. Honest, it's free. Just go ahead and hit it. I'm learning stuff. You're learning stuff. We all learn together. Subscribe. Just do it.